A very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure and joy to be with all of you once again, now for the concluding day of our 21 days habit challenge. I want to express my deepest and sincerest gratitude to all of you who've been logging in from all different parts of the world and participating in this 21 days habit challenge. Please type in the comment box below how many of you have been able to participate in the live sessions every single day for the last 21 days. If you've been there, please type in the comment box below. If you've been attending the live session for some days, or at least following us up later by watching the Facebook posts or our videos on YouTube, please do also tell us if you saw all the videos. If you haven't and have participated for a couple of days at least, please do mention in the comment box below to say if you could actually be with us for even a few days. But I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for giving me this opportunity to offer some small service to all of you. And believe me, I feel deeply, deeply grateful for this. In our yesterday's session, we discussed how to live a quality life is a choice. By default, we are going to react. Response is a choice. By default, we are going to hate. Love is a choice. By default, we are going to hold a grudge. Forgiving is a choice. By default, our mind is going to go into the trap of bad habits. Cultivation of good habits and giving up our bad habits is a choice that we all have to make. And yesterday we also heard the 4 stages of unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. We all want to come one day to that stage of unconscious competence, in terms of our bad habits having gone and our good habits having been cultivated, that it becomes such a part of us that we truly do not have to worry. We spoke about all of this in our session yesterday. Ranjani, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Shubha, very, very happy to have you with us. Ganesh Balkrishnan ji, thank you for joining us again this morning. Jean C, we are very happy to see you today. Amanpreet ji, I'm really, really sad as well that this is probably going to be the last day we are seeing for this 21 days challenge, but we'll keep seeing each other on our regular Facebook live sessions. Pooja, good morning. Gitanjali, almost every single day except 2 or 3 mornings. Prabeen, thank you for joining us this morning again. Sonal, thank you. Neha, thank you for following the offline videos later. Abhay, very happy to have you. Kamala, Ankit, Biman, Vivek, Gajanan, really, really happy to see you this morning. On the concluding day of our 21 days habit challenge, here are a few reflections that I would like to offer to all of you. You know what? When it comes to starting something, creating something, it's so simple. Not simple, but it's still easier. Even when it comes to stopping something, destroying something, even that comes pretty easier actually. But to sustain something, to maintain something in a long-term basis, on an ongoing basis, is the greatest challenge that all of us face. For example, to start a relationship, maybe a little hiccups here and there, but it's possible, not all that hard. To even break a relationship, we can break a relationship on flimsy grounds, a drop of a hat, over trivia. But to maintain, sustain a relationship in a quality way, that is the challenge, certainly. To start an exercise regimen, quick. To stop the exercise regimen, quick. To maintain and sustain that enthusiasm to hit the gym or do your yoga or hit the pavement for jogging, that's a challenge. To get into good health, hard, but you can still manage. To have our good health lost, quick. To sustain and maintain our good health is a challenge. To start cultivating good habits, we can still manage. To destroy those bad habits, those good habits, we can do it so quickly. To sustain and maintain our enthusiasm, to keep going with hard work on our habits, I think that is the challenge. Sustainability In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains about the three different modes, and he talks about how sattva, or the mode of goodness, is the mode of maintenance. Rajas, or the mode of creation, is where we actually create things, we start things. And tamas is the mode of destruction, where we can quickly destroy things and give up things. So in rajas, we can make a resolution. In tamas, we can give up that resolution. It requires sattva, the mode of goodness, to maintain, to sustain that resolution and keep going on and on and on, not just for 21 days, not just for 2018, but for the rest of our lives. This morning I thought I would leave you all with how to achieve that sustainability in our resolve to give up our bad habits and to cultivate our good habits. In order to achieve that sustainability, I think there are 4 words that are very crucial and important. There's many things and we've said it all over these 20 days, but in summary, here are the 4 words I feel which will truly help us gain that sustainability and maintenance throughout the next year and throughout our lives. First one, adopt trackability. When I say adopt trackability, track your progress. You remember we've spoken about writing that habit journal. Actually, we could just be doing things in our mind, but writing things in a habit journal actually helps us to track our progress and helps us to take a review of how we are doing. So if there's one thing that you want me to tell you in terms of dealing with your bad habits and cultivating good ones, please first cultivate the habit of regularly, on a daily basis, writing a habit journal. That's going to allow you to track how you're moving in your journey from where you were to where you're meant to go. You know, at the end of the day, the mind is just crazy. If you just allow it to the mind, and if you do not actually start jotting it down and actually track your progress, there's a good chance that the mind will just take you for a toss. Discipline is a must, and trackability allows us that discipline. The 3 words I feel which are the greatest enemies for our progress in terms of our habits is one last time. The mind's going to tell you, just do this one last time and tomorrow we will change. It's going to tell you, oh, you want to quit eating desserts and sweets because you have high sugar or cholesterol? Just eat it this one last time. It's Christmas. Just eat it this one last time. It's New Year's. From tomorrow you can change for the 1st of Jan. You want to quit smoking? Just smoke this one last time. From tomorrow we can quit. You want to control your anger? It's okay. This one last time, let me say what I want to say. From tomorrow I can change. These 3 words, one last time, are the greatest enemies of our progress, and therefore keep a track on your mind, keep a track on your consciousness, keep a track on your efforts, and you can very well track all of these things if you start writing a habit journal on a daily basis. If there's the first thing that I want to tell you is very important out of so many things that we have discussed. Number 1, adopt trackability. Start the habit of writing a habit journal on a daily basis. The second principle that I want to discuss with all of you this morning is avoid vulnerability. We are all very vulnerable. Like I said, one last time. Let me just eat that chocolate one last time. Let me just sleep now as one last time and I can wake up from tomorrow morning on. That one last time is the vulnerability of the mind. And we want to avoid the vulnerability of the mind. The second very crucial principle is good company or association of like-minded individuals who keep that spark going, who keep that inspiration going, who keep that enthusiasm going, ladies and gentlemen. All these 21 videos that we have now, we have 21 videos just on habits. Download it, make a separate folder, keep them in your folder. on your phones, on your computers, on your gadgets, and watch them regularly, because that will keep the spark, the enthusiasm going. And in that company, we'll be less vulnerable to listen to our mind. We'll be less vulnerable to fall to our lower natures, to fall to those temptations. Please do, if you do not have all of these videos, they are available on our YouTube channel as well. They are available on our Facebook page, all the posts, they're available on our YouTube channel. Download them, send them to your friends, pass them on WhatsApp. Let the awareness spread and let people get this virtuous knowledge by which they can actually keep that inspiration going. So, avoid vulnerability by good company. We all have been good company to each other for the last 21 days. But believe me, the 21 days are over. And now we're not going to be seeing each other daily on a live session. You'll see our posts, video posts regularly, but you're not going to see our Facebook live sessions daily. So how are we going to come together? Keep these videos. The collective energy that we've had in these last 21 days will truly, truly help you. But simultaneously, I want to also say that if possible, create a community of friends, colleagues around you, wherever you are in the world. Those people who are like-minded, those people who are also working on similar habits. When you have that like-minded company and association, that spark, that enthusiasm, that energy, that commitment, that dedication will continue. I always love to share this beautiful story of how there was a man who would attend Mass at the church every Sunday. And the head priest of the church had seen that it had been 6 months and this man hadn't come for the Sunday Mass. One day, the head priest decided to pay a sudden, unannounced visit to the man's home. It was winter season in England, so the man was sitting in his house near the fireplace. And when the priest arrived, the priest came and sat just across the man in a chair right next to the fireplace. There was silence. The priest did not ask the man, why haven't you come to the church for the Sunday Mass last 6 months? Nor did the man say anything, did he justify anything. What the priest did, he took the pair of tongs, and with the pair of tongs, he pulled out a piece of burning charcoal from the fireplace and put it on a tray right next there. Silence again. After a couple of minutes, the fire in the charcoal died down. It was no longer burning. Silence again. No words were shared, no words were spoken. The priest once again picked up the burning piece of, the sharp piece of charcoal in which the fire had died out and put it back in the fireplace. As soon as he put it back in the fireplace, in that fire, once again the charcoal caught fire. No words were spoken. It was a silent sermon. Next week, on Sunday, the man was in church attending Mass. The priest had spoken a lot without having spoken a single word. That company of people who are like-minded and are striving for the same goal, for the same purpose, is like a burning fire in the fireplace. When we are in that company, our enthusiasm, our desire, our commitment, our inspiration, that spark is burning. As soon as we are out of that fireplace, however, as soon as we are out of that like-minded company, that enthusiasm dies down. Therefore, keep that enthusiasm by keeping yourself in that company. Online company, sure, and we will be meeting up regularly on our Facebook live sessions the next year as well, but not on a daily basis. So keep this online videos, but also create a realistic company around you of like-minded individuals. And believe me, seek and you shall find. Don't say that we don't have. That's a good excuse. And if you remember, I mentioned excuse is the worst thing that was investment, worst non-profitable thing that was ever manufactured. Don't make excuses. Excuses are an enemy to growth. Find who is that like-minded company to me, and believe me, we will be able to sustain our inspiration and enthusiasm to deal with our bad habits and cultivate good ones. The first one was adopt trackability. The second one was avoid vulnerability to our minds and our lower self by good company, creating that good company. The third principle that I want to emphasize on is increase your accountability. Inspirational company is just a very general thing. In that company we hear, we discuss, and we feel the inspiration to go on. But we cannot open up with everybody in that company. We have to have that one or two people who are really close friends, but who are noble, non-judgmental, and want to help us. We want to have those Jambavans in our lives who will see the potential in us like he saw in Hanuman and encourage that potential in us like we discussed yesterday. In that accountability, we can confide in a person. We can discuss our challenges with the person. We can seek help from that person on a very personal, one-on-one basis. And believe me, confiding in someone, opening up with someone, and sharing things that we are going through on a one-on-one basis makes our heart 80 to 90% lighter. The issue is about 10 to 20% and we can work on it. But just speaking it up makes us feel 90% lighter. You know why? Because it takes great humility to come and speak up one's weaknesses. We can go and take good association where we don't have to share our weaknesses. We are hearing from others, hanging out with others and taking inspiration. But when I talk about accountability to someone, we're talking about going and discussing even our weak points, our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities, our shortcomings. And when we speak up, not only do we feel light, in that accountability, we also get the strength from our own selves and from the other person whom we are accountable to deal with those challenges. So when we are looking at being accountable to someone, that accountability should be to that person whom we trust, to that person who is non-judgmental, to that person who has the capacity to help, to that person who can maintain that confidentiality. Like for example, I gave you my own case yesterday that I was saying right in the talks. Of course, that right is not really a bad habit. I call it a bad habit. It's more an idiosyncrasy than a bad habit. But I wanted to deal with it. And I mentioned, you remember I asked all of you, you might have noted in the last 21 days I'm saying something repeatedly. And I did get one lady, thank you very much. She wrote to me that I heard that, you're saying a lot of times. So imagine if you're accountable to someone, like yesterday by saying this to all of you, I actually became in one sense accountable to all of you. So if I say right, you'll say, Prabhuji, you said that, you were working on saying you don't want to say right, but you're getting back into it again. And this lady, she said to me, you're saying, you know. So you see how immediately I got the help? Just by being accountable. And therefore, I think accountability to someone trustworthy, non-judgmental, wise, and someone who maintains confidentiality will truly help our sustainability, not just through the next year, but through our lives. And the last principle that I want to share with all of you is access spirituality. Unless we connect to our own self and unless we connect to God, without that deep spiritual connect, dealing with bad habits and cultivating good habits sounds great. And I'm not saying you can't do it. You will be able to do it, but the sustainability of it may be very difficult. So prioritize your spiritual connection on a daily basis. And if you adopt these 4 principles on a daily basis, I think sustainability of our habit challenge will be pretty much possible. For the 4 principles, number 1 was adopt trackability. Start writing a habit journal. Make sure you're not a victim of the 3 words one last time. Second is try and I missed the second one. Try and start looking for that good company. We have to learn how to look for that good company. Avoid vulnerability. Sorry, I missed that word. Avoid vulnerability in that good company. And therefore, not only should you keep these videos on with you, but you should also try and create that good company with those people who are around you. The third principle we heard was increase your accountability. Find that one person who can tell you, hey, you're saying that you know too many times. Now for me, it's so many of you who could tell me, but I'm sure you may not find so many. I'm very fortunate that you can tell me where I'm going wrong. I'm really blessed to have so many of you who can give me a feedback of here's where you're going wrong. But you may not have so many people. Find out that one person with whom you can be really accountable and who can help you with that. And the fourth one, access spirituality. You should adopt trackability, avoid vulnerability, increase your accountability, and access your spirituality. With this, the sustainability of our habit challenge through our lives will be very much possible. I feel very happy that all of you have supported this habit challenge so much for the last 21 days, but I also in one sense feel a little sad that we will not be seeing each other on a daily basis now. Video posts will keep coming regularly, but not on a live session. But I must say that it's been such an amazing journey with all of you. I must say that I just love all of you. And just to be with all of you has been such an amazing experience, so much positive energy coming from all of you. It's been one of the most amazing 3 weeks for me in so many years, just being with all of you and serving all of you. And I want to meet each one of you personally. I don't know how, where, when, sometimes at the airport, when I come to your city or town, how wonderful it would be that I could see all of you in person and thank you all in person and we can spend some quality time together. I would really love to do that. Let's see what the will of God is. Hopefully we will cross paths somewhere and meet each other very soon. Just a quick thing to say is that we would really love to have your feedbacks. If there's been something that you thought of should improve, don't tell me just the internet connection. God, the internet connection definitely needs to improve. This internet Wi-Fi connections have given us such a headache in terms of conducting this 21 days habit challenge. But yeah, we are looking at improving our internet connectivity here. But whatever it is. So yeah, that's a feedback that before you give, I know you will give that feedback that's there. But apart from that, if there's any other feedback you have, please do write to us. Also, if you have any testimonials that you would like to share, if this has helped you, if this has not helped you, how it could help you in the future, if it's already really worked on you very well, what were your challenges, what were your struggles. If you want to share your experiences, your realizations, your testimonials, you could write to us, you could send your audio testimonials, you could even send your video testimonials, which we would post on our Facebook page. If the story is really great, we would post it on our page. Send your video testimonials at 21dayreview@gmail.com. Once again, I repeat, 21dayreview@gmail.com. We've created an email ID. If you're recording an audio or a video is better. If you're recording a video, just make sure you're recording it in a quieter place and the sound quality is good. So if we decide to use it in one of our videos so people can feel inspired by your experience, the audio quality will be good. So please do send your testimonials, experiences, realizations, struggles, challenges, feedback to us at 21dayreview@gmail.com. And I want to apologize to all of you if there has been any inconvenience caused from my side because of the internet connectivity. Sometimes it's poor where I am, there's not much good internet connection. I try my best from wherever I am to be live with all of you. And I also would like to apologize if by my saying something you may have felt not too good. If it would be like, I'm a little humorous person, so in my jest of humor and my being light, if I have kind of said something which you're not so comfortable with, I would like to sincerely apologize for that. I wish all of you a very, very happy, prosperous, spiritual, enthusiastic new year ahead. I'm offering my deepest, genuine, sincerest prayers from the core of my heart for all of you, for myself, for all of us, that we can deal with our bad habits and develop good habits in the new year to come and for our life thereon, so that we can tread the right path, the path of nobility, the path of virtue, the path of spirituality, the path of what is right. Until then, I wish all of you a great time over the New Year weekend. I'm sure some of you are going to take it a little easy for the next 2-3 days as it comes to the New Year. But thank you all so very much. The New Year next year is going to bring us a lot of surprises. We're going to give you some very, very thrilling surprises as soon as the New Year begins. Wait for us and stay tuned to see what our incredible surprises will be to all of you. Surprises which will truly, truly, deeply touch your heart and resonate with your very self and your purpose in life. We will come back to you very soon. Until then, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, and wish you all a great day ahead. Pushpa, Ankita, Pankaj, Anita, I want to say all of your names, but just on a parting note, Ranjani, thank you so much. Jeanzi, so happy to have you with us. Shamshad Pathanji, so very happy that you were with us. Ambiliji, thank you very much. Bharati, thank you very, very much for being with us. Latika, we were so happy to have you for so many days. Isabel Jermaine, thank you very much, and thank you for your wishes for the new year. Raghavendra, Shanti, I just want to read all of your names and keep going for the next, as long as it's possible to keep reading your name. What to do? Time is the constraint. Sandeep, Ankita, Lakshmi, thank you very much. Wish you a great day ahead. Hare Krishna.